Hey everybody, welcome back to this new year. We're doing today Superman Action Comics 2021 annual by DC Comics. I thought to myself, we're gonna have a fun comic, but as well, if you watched my unboxing yesterday, you would have known that this is not really gonna be a good comic. So I just decided, I'm gonna be open-minded, going to this new modern comics that I always trash. And thought to myself, you know what? Maybe Marinus, maybe there is some good comics in there, right? Well, no. I was right all along. Marinus was right. I need a t-shirt. Like Magneto was right or Cyclops was right. Marinus is right. Okay, let's dive in because it's shit. We start at War World somehow. There's villages in War World. I always thought that War World was just a giant mechanical construction that looks like a planet, but it's actually, a world that makes war and stuff. Maybe they expand on that, I'm not entirely sure. So there are people here in the slums, and there's some little girl with the Superman-like colors, with the cape and the blues and the yellows. It's all on the nose. And there's a storyteller there, and it tells about the story of Superman. And by the way, this comic was part of the Batman, or the DC Future State thing that was going on in the past. Not sure if it's still a thing. I'm not interested at all. And there was some kind of a one-shot explaining who these people were. I believe there was a not these people, but these family or whatever you call it. Anyway, so he tells a story about a marriage, and we have Superwoman, that was Kara, and then we have diverse Superman lineage. Yes. So we have, I believe, half Temerian. We have a black guy. We have Blue Lantern, and something else. I don't know. I really don't know. And this is supposed to be the main Superman guy in this of Earth, and the costumes are so boring. And we have also a Brainiac here, and it's not Brainiac 5, that we are used to from, Legion of Superheroes. Now this is Brainiac 4. First appearance, by the way, or whatever, I guess. And why? Don't know. But here we are. So it seems that this woman called Allura, she's going to marry to this guy called Khan, and they call her a Valkyrie. Not sure why, because Valkyrie is from, Northern mythology. What that has to do with Kryptonian lore and backgrounds and families and whatnot, don't know. But okay, so they're having a marriage here, some rights here and stuff, and all these people are very happy and yada yada yada. But they, according to Kryptonian tradition, I believe it's called Kryptonian because it's weird, because some of them call themselves El and some of them calling themselves Kent, which makes it all very confusing. I mean, if you are, here and you have, I mean, as far as I know, that everyone has a Kryptonian name, right? And if you are living on Earth, then you have an Earth name, but you are still Kryptonian. You're like Clark Kent and Kal-El, roll into one. But no, this guy is, I don't know, Rowan Kent and Ronan Kent. I don't know, these two. And then we have the daughter of this guy, who is, I believe, half Temerian. And then the Blue Lantern is this Kent's sis. I don't know. Anyway, so they're having some kind of a battle, for that's tradition. I mean, look at this guy. It looks so silly. But then, out of nowhere, evil Superman comes in. Well, it's not really Superman. It's the son of the original immortal Superman that lives in the future in the sun, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I could be totally wrong, but something like that. And it's called Pyros. And he looks ridiculous. And he says, "You were interrupting your own cousin's wedding? Pyros, leave this place." Have even the killing of Darkseid earned me no goodwill with you? Allura has a high father of Apocalypse for a cousin now. Okay, so how does that work? You kill Darkseid and then you are suddenly the high father of Apocalypse? How does that work, right? Okay, no explanation. So he is here boasting and these people are not happy that he is here, but somehow he is, inviting himself into the tradition. So they are attacking him, or this guy is attacking him because, I don't know, tradition, I guess. And he says, no, screw that. So he has a thingamajig, and then he transports him into the Phantom Zone. Well, this is a weird look from the Phantom Zone, but hey, here we are, with lava and monsters, etc. Okay, and so Kara is not all too happy with him, and she says, traitor. And I thought to myself, traitor? Traitor for what? What did he do? What did he betray? Don't know, because I have no information. So this guy uses a combination of science, magic, and his own strengths to capture her. Yeah, because that worked perfectly for, Captain Marvel, throwing all these powers into one person to make them more interesting. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, our, it's hard to call them heroes, but let's go with that. They are here and in the Phantom Zone, and there's monsters here. They are eating each other, and they are attacking them, and then they're going to fight, I guess. So the fight is going for a very long time, etc. And then the narrative says, or the writers decided to tell me, for hours they fought, and without the yellow sun replenished their strength for the first time in their lives, they felt themselves weakening. Okay, let's stop here. I told you many, many times again that modern writers are shit. Modern writers have no clue how a character works. They have no respect for the lore. They don't have respect for the backgrounds. They don't have respect for the, what came before. Because hard veteran Superman, I mean, people who regularly, read Superman comics for many, 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 many years know that Superman can go out without the yellow sun for a very, very long time, sometimes days, right? Or longer. These guys are weakening after a couple of hours. That's bullshit. Okay, moving on. Anyway, so they're going on, and there's more monsters coming, and etc. And then they are being, I don't know, saved because there's a voice, and we have this guy here. Oh no! Look at this hooded guys, because hooded guys are always so original and interesting, and he recognizes who this is. So it seems that this is okay. Who is this guy with one glance? Do you know who it is? No, well, you're totally right. I haven't had a clue either. It's supposed to be Cyborg Superman. Cyborg Superman. Does this look like Cyborg Superman to you? No. Like I said, no respect for the source material at all. So hey, give him a hoodie and a burning eye and a beard because he's old. So new Superman, or Superman from this year, is attacking him because he knows him and what he did to original Kal-El, etc. And he says, Cyborg Superman says, I understand your mistrust. I fought the real Superman many times. But here, you have no yellow sun, no understanding of the dangers, no knowledge of these creatures of their ways, etc., etc., etc. So he says, follow me and maybe you will see the sun again. Something like that. Okay? So, so they are walking and talking. And he says, I need your help because there is some kind of device that get them off this plane. And since they have a Kal-El with them, that could be very fortunate or something like that. Because he uses his own technology to activate that particular machine, but it doesn't work. It's not compatible or something. Not sure how that works, but okay. Since it's also weird because, like I said before, people who read Superman comics and has some kind of a knowledge of who Cyborg Superman is, Cyborg Superman can merge with any technology. You know, he can turn himself in different shapes and forms because of that tech. Okay, okay, moving on. Anyway, he says, so one of these soups says, didn't an L create the Phantom Zone? Jor-El stumbled across it with no understanding of it and began flinging his enemies into it with no thought of consequences. Kal-El used it at the same time. I'm not so sure about that, dude. Okay, you want to know what the Phantom Zone is? Yes. Well, actually, no, because I know exactly what a Phantom Zone is. Apparently, you are not, and you are making stuff up. Okay, let me explain it to you what this guy is saying. The Phantom Zone is a projection of a living mind, a God's mind, more powerful than anything which we could conceive, a being that we name here Aether. Once this was a place where consciousness could survive without a tangible body, where prisoners would never age, die, or escape, but only while Aether slept. And when it awakened, everything changed, and this became a place of living nightmares. Right, that's totally bollocks. First of all, this is just, making stuff up to make the Phantom Zone, quote unquote, more interesting. This is a projection of a living God. What kind of shit is that? I mean, what is this writing, right? There's absolutely no indication of the past that the Phantom Zone was more than what it just was. The Phantom Zone just works, just like the Negative Zone, at Marvel, or whatever zone superhero comics created. There's just a zone, right? When people were thrown into the Phantom Zone, they were, okay, let me read this first again. This was a place where consciousness could survive without a tangible body. A consciousness. Okay, that's not true, because if you are being, as a person, let me say I'm being thrown into the Phantom Zone, then I would be, drum roll please, I would be nothing more than a fucking phantom. That's why I call the Phantom Zone. Yeah, my conscience is still in that body, although intangible. So when you go out of the Phantom Zone, or you escape the Phantom Zone, your body would be tangible again, right? There is no consciousness. God, these writers. Anyway, so they get getting attacked again, etc. And they say, hey, what happened to your Kryptonian? Where are to the other Kryptonians that have been here? Well, they've been turned into, I don't know, being eaten alive by these creatures, or turned into these creatures. I'm not entirely sure. Nor do I care, because this is bullshit. Anyway, so they suddenly ride this gigantic creature. How? Don't know. Meanwhile, years are going by because, well, in a Phantom Zone, time and place and stuff like that doesn't apply, etc., etc. Meanwhile, we have son of Superman, evil Superman is, his power is growing or something, whatever. And he says, without the Elspert defend the whatever. The sanctuary, the Pyro's hold of the sanctuaries grew. What power? What sanctuary? What do you mean? What does he want? What does he want eventually? Right? There's nothing here that explains to me what this guy actually wants. Okay. So they find some monsters again and again and again, and it seems that Cyborg Superman, who does not really look like Cyborg Superman or has any, characteristics of, Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw, because, like I said, these writers can't write for shit. They have no clue what they are doing. They just insert their own thought and think, oh, this is what Cyborg Superman actually is. Actually, he's just barely in here, and it's just weird. So they are here at this place. And she says, this is where we find the one we need. And he has some kind of a device with him, etc. And they say, well, is it? Oh, no, it's him. It is. And he still has the device. And as I remember, he called it, dun, 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 the mother box. So yeah, it's Mr. Miracle dead here, and the box is still there. Nobody's trying to take the box away or whatever. So Brainiac 4 comes in, touches this, and immediately connects with it. And yeah, they can get the hell out of here somehow. But then now the god is alive because A tier is awake or something, and he says it doesn't want us to leave. Why not? Why? Why doesn't A tier doesn't want you to leave? What does he want? Who is he? Where does he come from? How does this whole thing work? Don't know. No explanation at all. Modern writing, everyone. Maybe you just, I mean, I didn't want to say it, but this book is an annual, more thicker pages. A lot of close-ups, a lot of stuff like this, no backgrounds. Well, Marinus, you can say, but they are in the Phantom Zone. There are no backgrounds. Well, I know a lot of artists that can make the most boring, empty places into something gorgeous. These guys doesn't, do any effort at all. So anyway, there is a fight again, and there's monsters coming, and but then Superman with this flashy haircut. I was right about you all along, Henshaw. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back in here. Some among them call them even a friend. For Brandon, Brandon Kent never would. Okay, I was wrong here, but okay. I'm retracting that. Cool. Okay, so he says he was right all along. You are a bastard, etc. Now it's getting interesting. The man who held that box, no mad god or Kryptonian comfort killed him. His spine was severed by a heat vision blast. How? How do you know that? What is your assumption that this actually happened? How do you recognize that? I mean, did you use your microscope vision or whatever? Is there some heat vision residue? Are you Batman? Can you tell the molecules or the atoms from heat vision? And how do you come to that conclusion? Don't know. Just accept modern writing, guys. Okay, so say it's open, stay close, and he says you killed him. Anyway, so it seems it was all a ruse, and he attacks the fake Superman from behind. He uses this box to flee, but then half Temerian son of fake Superman blasting him down. And then, he says there's no time, we need to go. Then we are going to evil Superman or evil son of Superman. And again, with the backgrounds, he said, hey, Marinus, this is a background. Yeah, this is a background. But if you look closely, it's all close up. This very weird angle. This looks weird too. I mean, why would you hold a prisoner in front of your own throne? What doesn't make any sense. And then look at this background here. Doesn't look finished at all, right? It's just these modern writers and artists think, oh man, I have to draw this one because with Superman comic and all this, right? And then, oh shit, backgrounds. No, I don't like backgrounds. Just a couple of stripes here and there. That'll do. Finished, right? Sell it. Give me $6. Fuck that. So this guy says, hey, why is this metal so important? And the metal wasn't part of this little girl in the beginning. And then she says, Lara or Kara, this one is our house's greatest treasures, a relic from the time when your father liberated the Phalosians, a child image of him, shaped from a meltdown iron. When I see it, I'm reminded of what people are capable of when they are oppressed. What do you mean, oppressed? What is the oppression here? Who is oppressed? Tell me. I haven't seen any oppression. I don't see this, guy ruling a group of people or a town or a city and, oppress them. What is the oppression here? Don't know, but I'm being told that people are oppressed somehow. And she's smiling with a smug face. I mean, it's weird that, a character that I'm liked and invested in for many, many years suddenly, is appalling to me, I'm almost rooting for this bad guy. Anyway, so they are coming from the Phantom Zone with this very unceremoniously entrance. And then Allura somehow writes a dragon. How? Don't know. Just accept modern writing. Okay. So this creature attacks him with a lure on it, and this is happening. Okay, and that's it. He's gone. Is he dead? Is he gone? Is he defeated? Where is his body? I don't know. And then these parademons are coming, protecting their masters. And then Allura is now freed, and then Cyborg Superman that's coming in, and Allura's pissed off, and he says, "Hey, you did something to Kal-El. I hate you," etc. And but then fake Superman comes in and says, "Well, he helped us, so yeah, maybe we should leave him and free him because Kal-El wouldn't want him to be in that zone forever." Well, maybe there's a reason he threw him in there, because as far as I know, Superman, Kal-El, knows exactly what happens if you are staying in the Phantom Zone. That's why he's throwing people into the Phantom Zone, right? Not freeing them, idiot. Okay, so he goes along and we don't see him again. Okay, parademons are pissing off. Meanwhile, fake Superman says, "Hey, diverse, black, strong Superman, why don't you take the mantle of Superman of Earth? And while I'm gonna retire for whatever reason." This guy was totally useless. That guy has no personality, no character arc, nothing, along with the rest of the characters. So these have to make a how do you say? Well, they talk about bonding and family and being married again, and God, and then they actually did it. And then look at this. Is this a character? A Brainiac, someone from Kal-El? Is this what a Brainiac do? Celebrating, high-fiving? No, he's a living computer. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And then the end is that the story is now over, and they are very happy. Well, they are still living on War Worlds, being oppressed, I guess, because that's the message. I think. I don't know. God, I really hate modern writing. I hate modern writers a lot. I hate modern artists. It's shit. This is not Cyborg Superman. This is not Superman. I don't care about all of them. And even Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, now to Super, is a patronizing, condescending character in this comic, and probably since modern writers took over DC and Marvel. Definitely not a recommend. Stop buying modern comics, guys. This is shit. In my opinion, of course, if you like these comics, more power to you. I'm not, putting my, pointing my finger to you and saying, "Hey, you must stop." Well, although I do it all the time, stop buying modern comics. Guys, let me know what you think about this piece of paper here in front of me that I regret buying. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.